Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had an amazing weekend. It is Manic Monday, March 10th, 9:27 a.m., 3 minutes to the open. This is the daily frame, guys. Very bearish picture here overall on all three sisters, NASDAQ, S&P, and the Dow. We have inside days on all three so far with very bearish bodies. So we come into the open with that in mind. This is my power grid, guys. Daily frame, there it is. There's that inside day with bearish body. 30-minute chart, 1-minute chart on the right-hand side. Let's take a look at the 30-minute picture. Very important. If you remember on Friday, we talked about this key zone right here that goes back to Tuesday of last week. This whole area here where prices were fired up, stopped prices selling down the next day back in New York again, and then drove up to another key zone that was formed in New York and eventually drove down, found support, rallied up, broke through, and then came back. If you remember on Friday in the pre-market, dropped down, came back again, rejected down, formed a new zone, came back again in the afternoon, and then found resistance there again. So what do we have? We have a very important zone way up here, but we are down here now after a consolidating or congesting Asia overnight, right? There's a gap move here in Australia with time changes, by the way, for our international folks. Move to daily savings time in North America, and then been cascading down here, guys, in the UK so far as we enter New York here in 1 minute from now. But down here in the lower end of this range that was formed on Friday, the low, the high, the middle, now we're down here. So that gives us a bit of information to work with here coming in. A very similar picture here on the S&P. There's that clean, big rallying range in New York on Friday. Same sort of picture, grinding down, actually sitting at or near that zone that we talked about that is so key from Friday. Back to the NASDAQ, guys, here, coming into the open. I'm going to let the first 1 minute open, and then I'll bring you back. All right, guys, there's the 1 minute candle. I'm going to expand this here so we can get a better look at that price action. Right about there. The 1 minute candle spans 30 points on the NASDAQ, fairly modest, and only 9 points, of course, on the S&P. And now we wait and watch. I am struggling with coughing fits here, guys. I don't know if it's seasonal allergies or dryness of air. So I'm going to talk as little as possible this morning and only speak when I think there's a teaching moment. Driving down now, guys, on the NASDAQ and the S&P, still in the open range on the S&P for now. 1 minute chart. So we have a bearish daily body, guys, and a very bearish daily overall picture. Inside day to Friday, but Friday was a fairly wide-ranging candle, so that should almost be expected. We are testing a key zone from Friday in the New York session. Can be tempting to jump on shorts here, given the overall picture. And that could be a resourceful way to go, but I'm going to let some structure form here first before jumping on anything. And pressing down now, guys. Just gonna wait here for a bit, guys. Watch this thing develop. As you can see, guys, we are testing Friday's low, so a key zone. That, of course, is Friday's low right there. See that there? So you can see it on the daily, the bottom of that candle with those white lines. Friday's high, Friday's low, and then that bottom wick right there. That'll be an important piece. Rejecting from there, right back up into open range. This is just a marker, guys. right, sell stop order, guys, right there. Sell stop order. This might be an opportunity on a second attempt to blast through that wick right there, which is also the daily low from Friday. All right, guys, so we have broken through that now, and so that order is canceled. The market is saying going this way for now, and so I'm not interested. Rejecting from that key zone. Just sending out this graphic, guys, to my Telegram group to remind them of that key area, those 2 wicks from Friday. Delete this now to keep it clean. Both NASDAQ and S&P pushing up now towards VWAP. I will say, guys, these candles are very sloppy. Lots of white flipping to blue, back to white, lots of wicks, and this is not clean flowing price action by any stretch of the imagination. Very messy here, guys. This is not price action that I'm interested in participating in. Pushing down on both, but the S&P is above open range. Ideally, guys, I like to see this candle close in this clean traffic range and at or near these wicks that you see here, setting up for another candle to go lower following that close. And testing this prior low here, guys. Not touching it. So guys, I'm not doing anything until this candle closes in 7.5 minutes. So I'm going to put you on pause and I'll bring you back then. All right, guys, we're back very quickly. Sell stop order right below that candle. Struggling with the markers here. That candle closed and I'm in, guys, just like that. My stop above here, of course. Didn't have time to show that to you, but anybody who follows my videos knows exactly where that stop would go. I am now short. The NASDAQ. And now it's the waiting game, guys. It's the waiting game. And target 1 has been hit, and so the 1-hour all-or-nothing trader has left the game with full profits. And the 2-hour move stop to break even at 1 hour has moved their stop to break even because we hit 1 hour. And now we'll wait and see what happens to the other 2 players. So why am I short here, guys? Hopefully it's very self-explanatory. Super bearish daily. We're down 2.7% on the NASDAQ. Very bearish down day now. It's certainly at the point of entry. It became a down day, breaking yesterday's low. That's that wick that we talked about earlier. I waited for this 30-minute candle to close in a fresh traffic range, had a nice bottom wick, flipped down and sold the bottom of the prior candle low, which was also the bottom of this pivot below open range, 9 below 21, negative moving average configuration, all aligned saying go short, toss the coin, and call heads. And target 2 has been hit, guys, and so the 1.5-hour all-or-nothing trader has left the game with full profits as well. And there it is, guys. Finally, had to wait a little bit for that, but all 4 models fully profitable and a 175-point move there, 174 3/4 points, quite a move. And this thing continues to sell off. The NASDAQ now down 3.25% for the futures contract. Thanks for being here, guys. Happy Monday to you. Have an amazing week. We'll talk soon.